just got in the mail today the Mystery Ranch 10X Bino Harness in Sub-Alpine. Just had a few initial thoughts and considerations to share. Just kind of walking around the house for a little bit, peeking out the windows and stuff. Mostly just getting used to the forward opening pocket here, how it fits my binoculars, are the Vortex Viper HDs in 10x42, and yeah, let's dive right in. So first impressions are good, nice build. The face fabric here is soft. I don't have a microphone on my GoPro, but I'm sure you can hear that, but not a huge deal for me. I'm not a bow hunter yet. I aspire to be someday, but kind of just starting out in hunting. I have 2 deer under my belt in 3 seasons, and I love duck hunting too. But anyway, on the 10X here, I hate to say it, but I already think I'm going to return this. I have done endless research on this whole Bino harness thing, like I'm sure most of you guys have done. Being a bigger guy like myself, I need to be pretty selective with the stuff that I buy, just to make sure that it fits well and is really durable. When I'm moving around, I get pretty thick. So the harness fits me well. The back portion here is like a neoprene. You can kind of see how that goes. Super comfortable. Super adjustable. I mean, I could be twice my size and it would fit really, really well. I'm 5'7", 300 pounds. I wear a 2X t-shirt. Anyway, so a little bit more about the Bino harness here. It's got 2 of these sort of stretchy pockets on the sides, 2 more in the front, and it's got 1 pocket here, which isn't pleated, so I don't know what you're going to get in there. Maybe a couple pieces of paper, a map, a tag, maybe a lighter. I imagine put your indicator here. Yeah, definitely not anything thicker than a ½ inch or so. Front folds down like this. It's got a magnet here, magnet in the back, and magnet underneath, so you can tuck it down and out of the way. And that's going to kind of get me started on my gripes about this Bino harness. When I open it and close it, the bottom, you need to be like really positive with the way you put that lid out of there. You can't just kind of half diggle it down there. You got to kind of really get that right up in place. Same with the top. The lid here kind of catches on the buckle as I'm folding it back. So you kind of always get that sound right there. Some people are crazy about sound. Another thing too, if you look on the side, I'm gonna take it off for the rest of the review here, because I think I can get my point across a little bit better. So if you look on the side, you can see that it's got this stretchy material here to cover that. But when you close it, it's almost never coming down on the outside of the edge. So you can see that it's tucked into the inside of the edge. It's on the outside of the edge on this side though. But when I opened it initially, I noticed that these side walls here were kind of flared out, which just drew my attention to the overall build quality, which I'm gonna kind of go medium on this one. I can't help but feeling that it's just a bunch of cardboard covered in Sub-Alpine. The material itself is really nice, but the pack and the construction, it's just not what I was expecting. The the fact that these sidewalls don't close over that consistently is going to drive me crazy. It's one of those things where it's when you're spending a lot of money on gear, and when you use your gear throughout the year, and you put in all this time and research to pick the perfect products, it's just one of those things that I expect to be on point every time. And I'm sure quite a lot of you are just as discerning as I am when it comes to what we're bringing into the field. So the closure is nice. It's a nice positive magnet. It's not the quietest thing in the world, and there's no real way to make it quiet unless you get your thumb under there, because it feels to me like there's two magnets. There's two magnets here. There's one here, and there's another one here. So, if you use your right hand, that left one is going to kind of slap down. And, being on my chest, there's no way to kind of split the two. You can be silent, but it's another thing to pay attention to when you're out in the field hunting. I'm also a bird watcher, so doesn't matter too much for that pursuit. But all right. Anyway, so the noise on that is so again, the thing that's really unbearable for me is when I come from the open position to the closed position. The side netting here, this kind of skirt, is really not reliably going over the outside of the pack. So open, and then we'll close it, and you can see that it worked that time. But if we go from open to close, just a few times, as you can see this time, it came in on the inside. And I'm going to attribute that to the fact, again, that it looks sort of flared out. I don't know. I really do think that will just get worse over time. I think that feeling this pack, like I said, I just don't think that the build quality is where I expected it to be. I've heard a lot of good things about Mystery Ranch. I've read a lot of good things, and I think I was just hoping for a little something better. This is a perfect image of kind of what I'm detailing here. The harness fits me great. Another thing that I really don't think I can get over is I have the Vortex Viper HDs in 10x42, and so 42 millimeter objective on those, and they're a thick binocular. I mean, it's a thick, heavy binocular, and every time as I'm coming back in with them, just kind of because the pack is a little deformed, the top of the binocular here hits this edge. So you see where the lid kind of pivots? Just underneath that, there's a separate piece of plastic or cardboard, and it's protruding into the pack just a little bit. I don't know if you can make that out, or what I could do to kind of show you a bit of light. But it's just catching that edge right there, and that is just driving me crazy. Up the wall, even. There is this pocket in here, but you're not getting anything in there. I don't know what this Velcro is. I don't know what that. There's this Velcro that looks like it wants to open up or something. I don't know. This probably has to do with the construction. But those two things alone, the fact that when I close it, this doesn't reliably catch on the inside like it's supposed to, and the overall build quality seems kind of, this was $120, so I think I expect a little bit more. I am upgrading from the old tried and true Vortex glass pack, which I think is actually pretty nice. It probably gets a bad rap because it's a free-loading harness, but you know, it's padded. The whole thing is padded, very well padded. The lid, everything's very padded. My issue with this is it doesn't close reliably. You know, sometimes this just like there's no tension there really. My cat's pulling on the strings down there. And you know, these pockets are, you know, this is. I've been looking forward to replacing that. I don't think I need to go into too much detail there, but yeah. So all right, you're done. So yeah, all in all, very comfortable harness. Tons of adjustability. Just can't get over that kind of flared sidewall there. That'll drive me crazy. Having to kind of put that on the outside of it. And then another thing was all the webbing. There is so much webbing. It did come with the 2 webbing keepers for the ones that come around my abdomen. However, for the ones that come over my shoulders when I'm wearing this, I don't know. It's not like I can't figure out what to do with this all. You know, I'm the same size, so I could probably just cut it and burn it. But you know, I don't need to explain why I don't want to be cutting and burning everything. So there's that. It does have the binocular tethers, which are really, really nice. The fact that there's a nice buckle here is awesome. Very adjustable on those. Anyway, I'll wrap this up. This is going to go back. I have a Alaska Guide Creations Kodiak Cub Max in the mail. I'll review that next. But this is going to go back one way or another. Probably after this, I'll check out the marsupial gear, and I was looking at the Muley Freak. I think the Muley Freak is a pretty nice forward opening harness, but at $170, I don't know. That's just really tough to wrap my head around. You know, I definitely subscribe and prescribe to the buy once cry once mentality, but I can't get over the fact that it's absurdly expensive compared to the rest of the market. I'll probably try that one last. Looking forward to trying the Alaska Guide Creations, and after that, I might try a marsupial. Stone Glacier makes a forward opening Bino Harness, but I saw a picture of a guy wearing one, and it was wet, and the Bino Harness had really conformed to his binoculars, and it just made me think that I don't know, was more of a bag on a harness, which is kind of their mantra, the ultralight mountain hunting thing. I'm sure that they skipped a few of the structural materials in order to keep it so lightweight. So, I mean, if that's what you're looking for, that's great. I'm not quite there yet in my hunting career to really be shaving, you know, the 1 ounce off of the structural integrity of this pack for that one. But just to kind of circle back around and get back to this pack, it is nice. There's this back pocket, you know. I don't know, maybe slide a phone in there, but literally nothing else. That won't open really much at all. Yeah, I mean, you can even see as I'm talking about it, it's just not what I want. I don't like that, how that kind of flares out like that. This is kind of, just feels like it's cardboard in there, basically. It's probably plastic. It feels like if neoprene were a little harder, there's a little give, but yeah, I'm not sure. All right, well, hope you like this practical review. didn't really go over any specs or anything. There's tons of reviews online about the specs, the weight, the size, and all that, yada yada. But I'm more here to talk about how this will work for me and what I do and do not like about it. So on all those notes, I am probably going to package this right back up and print a return label.